Good evening, everyone. Now, let us have this trial session of live YouTube video. Okay, let us see. But I just want to tell you something. When I start finishing some concept, then I will tell you to put your comments. At that time, please, you can write your comments because otherwise I won't be able to see the comments and as well as teach. Okay, now let me just wait for a minute for few more to join. Otherwise, I will just start it. Okay. Now, actually, it shows me only two, but four of you have sent me some messages. But I got the message only two people there. It is showing in my live this thing. So, anyway, let us see. Just let us wait for one more minute whether any of your batchmates are joining. Hope you are able to hear me. Video is lagging. Anyway, I can't do anything about it. Let us see, ma. Let us see. You are not able to hear what I am talking. Not able to hear me, not able to see the video, or not able to hear the audio. Just message me, ma, whether the video is the problem or audio is the problem or both are problems. Oh, audible only. Video you are not able to see. Are you able to see the board? Are you able to see the board? Okay. Okay. So audio is lagging. Okay, pa. I couldn't find the reason and all. But anyway, just let us see how it goes over when I talk and do something, right? Now today actually I thought of taking the total probability and the Bayes theorem together. That is, many students have a doubt how to identify whether the sum belongs to total probability or it is based on Bayes theorem concept. So I want to take one sum and explain to you how the question can be asked both ways. How can we change that one particular sentence so that it will be either total probability or Bayes theorem? Before going into the sum, let me explain two basics which you should know for doing that. The first one is for any probability, you should know if you take A as a particular outcome, then if you want to find the probability of P of A, that will be N of A by N of S. That is, N of A means that is the number of your favorable outcomes. By N of S means that will be the number of all possible outcomes. So this is the basic of probability. So this is one important thing you should remember. Then the next thing is you should know this notation. Supposing I write P of A given E1. This is actually from the conditional probability. This means that it is the probability of the event A happening given that E1, that event E1 has already happened. Board is blurred. I can't do anything, ma. All the settings as usual for our class only I am maintaining. I don't know whether there is a difference between the Google Meet and the YouTube direct video. But anyway, just let us see for a few more minutes. Anyway, this is only a trial, no. I'm not going to do this for the classes and all. Okay. So now P of A given E1. That means you should know it is the probability of the event A given that E1 has already occurred. So these are the two concepts I want you to know before going into the sum. Okay. So now just let me take this one sum and explain to you the difference. After I explain, you please message me whether you understand the difference between both. Okay. Now, a bag contains four red and three black balls. A second bag contains two red and four black balls. So there are two bags. Okay. So let us write the first bag that contains four red balls and three black balls. So the total number of balls is seven. Coming to the second bag that contains two red and it contains four black. So the total number of balls is six. Okay. Now it is given one bag is selected at random. This sentence says that either bag 1 or bag 2 will be selected. They are called the options. Okay. So we are having here two options. Either bag 1 will be selected or bag 2 will be selected. These options only we call as E1 and E2. Okay. E1 is called the event of selecting the first bag. E2 is called event of selecting bag 2. So these two are called the options. Remember that word options. Okay. Now you are having two bags. So if you want to select bag 1 or bag 2, the probability will be equally likely. So you will get actually your P of E1 will be 1 by 2. Your P of E2 that will also be 1 by 2. In case you have three bags, you will be getting the probability of selecting each bag will be 1 by 3. Hope this is clear to you. So P of E1 and P of E2. You know what is E1, you know what is E2, you know what is P of E1, what is P of E2. The next thing is we should identify the event A. Now let us see that. Now from the selected bag, that is you have selected either bag 1 or bag 2. Now from that selected bag, what you are going to do? You are going to draw one ball. That means from the selected bag, you won't see which color it is. You will be drawing one ball. So you are drawing a ball. That is a assertive sentence we can take, and that event has happened. So that is your A now. So you should first identify the E1, E2, and then A. So in this sum, E1 is selecting the first bag. E2 is selecting the second bag. A is drawing a red ball from the selected bag. Now, are you all clear about what is E1, what is E2, and what is A? That you can message me now. So just I will give you few seconds for that. You can message whether you are clear with these three, E1, E2, and A. If anyone is having a doubt in that, you can please mention. I can explain again. Otherwise, I will go ahead taking that you have understood what is E1, what is E2, and what is A. Okay. Only one yes message I have got, but hope that that represents the others. Okay. Okay, pa, no problem, Madhu. Just it is just a trial. We are just going on. Okay. Now, since you know what is E1, what is E2, and what is A, now let us see what is the question. Now, the question sentence is find the probability that the ball drawn is red. you know that drawing a red ball, that is the event A. And the question is about finding the probability of the ball being red. That means you want to find the probability of A. So, if the question is about finding the probability of the event A, that is called total probability. So, once again, let me repeat. If in the sum you have some two options or three options, we call them as E1, E2, E3, like that. Then there will be some event which has happened, that is the event A. If the question is about finding the probability of the event A, that sum, that concept is called total probability. So you want to find out that the ball drawn is red. Now you know there are two cases possible. You can either choose the first bag and select a red ball out of it, or you can choose the second bag and select a red ball out of it. Okay? So either this can happen or that can happen. So we have to put them together. So that is called the total probability of the event A happening. So that concept is called total probability. Then how can I change the same sum as a Bayes theorem concept? Under that, no, how can I change it? Instead of asking the question like this, I can ask, find the probability that a red ball is drawn from the first bag. In that case, what do I say? A red ball is drawn, that is there, but it should be from the first bag. So I am getting the option there into the question. So when your option is asked in the question, that is called, the concept is based on Bayes theorem. So once again, let me differentiate it. If the question sentence is about the event A, that is total probability. If the question is about the options, either E1 or E2 or E3, that is called Bayes theorem. Are you clear about the difference between total probability and Bayes theorem? Just you can message me quickly whether you have understood that difference clearly. If anyone is having a doubt, you can say that you have not understood it. So I can explain it again if you want. Is the difference clear to everyone? How the same question can be asked as a total probability sum or as a Bayes theorem question. Is it clear, ma? Okay, fine. Now, for total probability, I told you there are two cases possible. That is, either you can select the first bag and select a red ball. You can draw a red ball out of it, or you can select the second bag and you can draw a red ball out of it. Okay. So now, just let me tell you for this one, total probability theorem, that is P of A, is given by the formula P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2. This is called the theorem of total probability. Okay, here this P of A given E1, I have already explained to you what it is. Probability of the event happening given that E1 has happened. Here, what is E1? You have already selected the first bag. So, what is the probability of selecting a red ball from the first bag? P of A given E2 means you have selected the second bag. What is the probability of selecting a red ball from the second bag? That's all. So now you know P of E1 means already we have told that it is 1 by 2 into P of A given E1. In the first one, you are having 4 red and 3 black. So you all know the probability of choosing a red ball will be 4 by 7, right? Then plus P of E2 is also 1 by 2 because you are having only 2 bags. P of A given E2 will be, it has 2 red and 4 black. So the probability of a red ball will be 2 by 6. Then of course we have to just calculate. So you will be getting here 2 by 7. Here you will be getting 1 by 6. The LCM will be 42. So you will get 12 plus 7. So this is 19 by 42. I hope you all remember any probability should be from 0 to 1 only. It cannot be lesser than 0. It cannot be greater than 1. Always remember this. Okay. So this is the total probability. So I think since being a trial session, I told you it will be for a maximum of half an hour. So just I will tell you for this particular sum how to do the Bayes, and with that we will be closing this session. Now, have you understood this total probability? How to calculate? Is it clear? Of course, you have to write the steps and all. Now, you have to write what is P of A given E1, what is P of A given E2, everything. So now the same question, let us go to how the question will be asked for Bayes' theorem. I told you here, find the probability that the ball drawn is red, okay, and it is from, they can give either bag 1 or they can give from bag 2, or find the probability of drawing a red ball from bag 1. Like that, they will put the question. So then it becomes Bayes' theorem. The concept we have to use is Bayes' theorem. So in both the total probability and the Bayes' theorem, there will be options available. E1, E2, maximum E3. Three options you may have normally. Then there will be some event A which has happened, and that will be an assertive sentence given, and that has happened. Then either they may ask you to find the probability of A, that is total probability. In Bayes, they may ask you either the option of E1 or E2 like that, then it becomes Bayes' theorem. So here it is from bag 1. So that option is asked here. So here the formula what you will use for Bayes' theorem is, if they have asked you bag 1, that is E1. So this is what you have to find out. How will you say it in words? The probability that the first bag is selected given that a red ball is drawn from it. Okay. So we are bothered about the first bag. So that is P of E1 given A. So the Bayes' theorem says that here your favorable event is P of E1 into P of A given E1. This will come in your numerator. In the denominator, we can write it in two ways. We can just write P of A, that is all the possible outcomes. Either it can be the first bag and a red ball, or the second bag and a red ball drawn from it. You can write straight away P of A, or you can write P of E1 into P of A given E1 by, instead of this P of A, I can write P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2. Any one of these formulae you can use. Both are actually same only. Okay. Using this, you have already found this one. So now just in the numerator, you can write P of E1 into P of A given E1, and then that will be using the Bayes' theorem when the option is asked. So, are you all clear about how you have to answer if the question is asked based on total probability, and how if it is based on Bayes' theorem? Is the difference clear to you? How a same question can be asked in both ways they can ask. Are you clear about it, all of you? Can you just take a few seconds to give your comments whether you have understood the difference of Bayes' theorem and total probability? Okay. Okay, ma. Thanks for everyone who has attended, and we can discuss it after the session. You can either call me or you can message me and tell how you found this live class. Is it different from the usual class we have? Is it more beneficial, you think, or it's but I feel the regular class is better because there I will be able to see you and you can ask your doubts in the audio and immediately I can explain. So in my view, that will be a better one, and the normal videos which I put will be better rather than this live session. That is my feeling. But anyway, you can give me your opinions in the group, or you can message me, or you can call me and tell. Okay, now thank you.